Hi, it's me Flo and welcome back to my channel. Today I am super excited to talk about the viral kitchen sink that has been making waves online. The feature-packed sink I bought from AliExpress that honestly blew my mind. This sink has it all: a digital LED display showing water temperature and duration, a built-in sliding system for cutting board, drainage basin and basket, a soap dispenser and embedded knife holders, and of course piano keys to control the water flow. And when it comes to water fixtures, there are plenty to choose from: a curtain waterfall, a flying rain waterfall, or a pull-out faucet with multiple patterns, or even a dedicated cup washer. To top it all off, the sink features a scratch-resistant honeycomb embossed finish, and it comes with all the pipes and valves that you need for installation. As with most products from AliExpress, I had my fair share of doubts, especially about whether it could hold up in Norway's extreme weather conditions. Oh, I think I forgot to mention that this is going to be an outdoor sink. But after setting it up and testing it outdoors for over a year, I've gathered my thoughts and I'm ready to share them with you. After using this sink in our garden kitchen, where the temperature ranges from 30 degrees in the summer to as low as minus 20 degrees in the winter, I had a lot of concerns. Would it maintain its core function, or would it still look good after all this time? Would the paint or finish start to peel? I was also worried about the quality of the water components, whether they would form a proper watertight connection with the water mains, or whether a plumber would approve of this setup. Fortunately, since this was for my outdoor kitchen, the risk was a bit lower, but I still wouldn't recommend installing something from AliExpress indoors without thorough testing. So if you've been thinking about getting one of these sinks yourself, stick around, you'll want to hear my experience before making your decision. Our sink adventure started when I was browsing AliExpress for some totally unrelated products, and normally random ads and feature listings don't grab my attention, but the fancy water fixtures and LED screens had me intrigued. After some digging, I stumbled upon a store called Yuki Like Sink Store, which had a stellar 4.8 out of 5 in rating and over 1,000 items sold. So I thought, okay, this might be the real deal. They had a range of options from 68 by 45 centimeters to 80 by 46 centimeters with various packages at different price points. And let me tell you, with prices already low on AliExpress, I was just all in for the sink with the coolest features. So I decided to go for their top model, the T2, or they call it, let me see, T2 Premium 75 by 46 centimeters T2 FY model. It comes with everything you'd possibly need: a bare groove, a drain with all the accessories, a sewer pipe and a console for hot and cold water, a potting basin, a drain basket, a chopping board, and of course the fancy piano digital display faucets. They even supplied an angle valve and a three-way valve for the mains connection, along with a mini clean water faucet for purified water and a dedicated cup washer with an inlet pipe. Talk about batteries included. Now, living in Norway means that I have pretty pure water as it is, so I decided to swap out the water purifier with a soap dispenser. This way I would have one less thing to worry about and keep my sink looking sleek without any additional soap dispenser on the countertop. So with the order placed, I couldn't wait for it to arrive, and when it did, it came in this huge eye-catching card box. The packaging was impressive, but here's the kicker: there was no brand names anywhere. And that's usually a red flag when it comes to product quality, because if you have a solid product, why do you not want to flaunt your brand? But then I thought maybe it's an OEM situation, so I decided to give it a chance anyway. Inside, I found a bunch of smaller components, all carefully packed, and just a heads up, there was a ton of plastic. The assembly process was pretty straightforward. You just feed the hoses through their designated holes and tighten everything up with nuts on the other side. The AliExpress vendor even included some video instructions, but honestly, The process was pretty self-explanatory. Once everything was put together, it was just a matter of dropping it off into the countertop cutout and then connecting it to the mains, and we were good to go. Now, here's when things got a little tricky. One of my first discoveries was the hot and cold water line didn't include a return valve to prevent backflow between them. So if you're not pressurizing both lines, the water would just flow back into the opposite hose. Not ideal if you're trying to use cold water only. When I had friends over, they kept switching it to hot, leading to cold water spilling everywhere. In hindsight, I should have definitely capped the hot water hose to avoid that mess. So the plan now is to install a proper valve here in Norway and connect the sink to hot water permanently. Also, the valves included for connecting the hoses to the mains were a bit of a letdown. They felt cheap and looked like they belonged to a different product, lacking the quality of the sink itself. I even noticed rust developing after just a year. This is likely because the manufacturer opted for a batteries included approach. Though, fun fact, this sink doesn't actually use batteries. It actually uses hydroelectric power generation. It harnesses the water pressure to generate the energy needed for the digital display, which shows the temperature and the duration of flow. Plus, it powers the LED lights. This is a clever solution that eliminates the need for batteries and ensures that you are always aware of your water usage in real time. What's really impressive considering the electronics involved is how well this sink has withstood the Norwegian climates. With hot summers and freezing winters, it still looks brand new after 1 year of use. The build quality is genuinely impressive. We're talking solid metal construction, no flimsy plastic components. On the right side, there's a sleek metal knob for opening and closing the drain, and on the left, a robust knob for mixing hot and cold water. You can even spot the hydroelectric generator connected to the mixer, complete with a cable running to the digital LED display. Now let's talk about the water fixtures. You have the pull-down gooseneck faucet, beautiful waterfall features, and a separate pressure activated hose for the cup washer. Pretty convenient. There's also a soap dispenser that can easily be swapped out for another attachment like water purification faucet. Plus, the knife compartment has its own dedicated drain that connects to the main sink drain. Overall, this sink looks and feels top-notch. However, I do have some concerns regarding the potential contaminations in the materials. While I'm not a chemist, I decided to run some basic tests using my Water ID photometer and test strips. I filled up the sink with water and left it for some time. The result came back with great pH levels, correct alkalinity, no acids, low total hardness indicating no metals such as calcium and magnesium, 0 copper levels, and many more parameters that suggest no metals. The only parameter missing and that I still need to test is lead. That is due to the fact that I don't have the right equipment to test lead, and once I do get my hands on it, I will post an update in the comments below. And if you're curious about the lighting behind me, you should definitely check out my leaf X video or any other video.